The morning fog hangs low over the earth, softening every outline, and only one figure stands clear, a lone swordsman, motionless, carved from silence. This stillness is not weakness, but preparation. Miyamoto Musashi wrote, "Do not let your mind be diverted." A short instruction, yet one of the most difficult disciplines a human can master. Focus is not simply attention, it is the refusal to let the world scatter you. It is choosing again and again to place awareness where you decide, not where chaos pulls you. For Musashi, battles were decided before swords clashed, when one mind fractured and the other remained whole. Today our enemies do not wear armor. They blink on screens, whisper through notifications, slip into our routines unnoticed. Distraction has become the silent disease of our age. Musashi forces us to ask, what would your life look like if your mind obeyed you completely? If it did not wander with every worry, every impulse, every noise? The warrior who mastered his mind mastered his fate. And focus is not talent. It is a blade sharpened daily. Each moment you resist distraction, you train your inner warrior. Each time you return to your purpose, you reclaim a part of yourself the world tries to own. Musashi's path begins with a mind that does not flinch. He lived as a ronin, masterless, not because he rejected society, but because he sought freedom from dependence. He wrote, "Do nothing which is of no use." It sounds severe, but behind it lies liberation. Look at your routines, your habits, your emotions. How much of what you carry serves you, and how much drains you? Stillness, for Musashi, was not the absence of action, but the absence of waste. A mind free of clutter becomes precise. A person who depends on praise collapses when approval fades. One who depends on the world for direction becomes lost when the world contradicts itself. But a person who builds stillness within, brick by brick, breath by breath, walks any road with certainty. Musashi rejected comfort not out of ascetic pride, but because unnecessary softness creates cracks in the armor of the soul. Self-reliance is not loneliness, it is quiet, unwavering strength. The world shifts like sand underfoot. People come and go, fortunes rise and fall, but inner stillness, trust in yourself, clarity of thought, awareness of purpose, never crumbles. To follow Musashi's path is to remove the useless so the essential can breathe. He believed also in embracing discomfort. Wind cuts the skin, rain drenches the earth, mud clings to each step, and Musashi walks forward. His teaching, think lightly of yourself and deeply of the world. When we think lightly of ourselves, we stop clinging to comfort and ego. Hardship becomes not an obstacle, but a forge. Musashi slept on bare floors, trained in darkness, accepted impossible duels, not from recklessness, but discipline. Growth and discomfort are inseparable. Comfort wants you unchanged. Discomfort asks you to evolve. Every meaningful transformation, physical, mental, spiritual, begins by leaning toward challenge instead of fleeing from it. The person who avoids difficulty remains who they are. The one who enters the storm emerges sharpened. Musashi saw every struggle as a teacher, every pain as a whetstone. Your mind, character, courage, these are blades. And the harder life becomes, the sharper they can be. Do not assume hardship means the wrong path. Often it means exactly the right one. Warriors are forged not by victory, but by endurance. Another of Musashi's principles is to perceive what cannot be seen with the eye. At first it sounds poetic, but he meant it literally. Vision shows surfaces, shapes, motion, but awareness reveals deeper truths: intent, emotion, rhythm, possibility. In combat, he watched not the sword, but the opponent's mind. Fear before expression, hesitation before movement, decision before action. In life, this principle matters even more. Most people see through habit and assumption, reacting to surfaces and missing the quiet signals that guide growth or warn of danger. To perceive the unseen is to develop intuition sharpened by experience, observation unclouded by ego, awareness that notices patterns before they solidify. Truth is always whispering in relationships, opportunities, risks, choices, but only a quiet mind can hear it. One who sees only with the eyes understands little. One who perceives with their whole being cannot be deceived. Finally, Musashi teaches us to walk the path without fear. 60 duels, many to the death, yet his writings are not about killing. They are about living. He wrote, "Resentment and complaint are appropriate neither for oneself nor others, because these emotions come from fear, fear of loss, uncertainty, change, mortality. To walk any path fully, fear must be carried differently, not denied or suppressed, not conquered by aggression, but held calmly, like a stone in the pocket, present, acknowledged, never controlling. Fear is not an enemy but a companion, a reminder that life is fragile and therefore meaningful. One who fears everything lives in chains. One who fears nothing lives recklessly. The one who walks with fear, steady and conscious, is unstoppable." Musashi's courage was quiet acceptance. The world is uncertain, danger is real, and still I walk. Not desperately, but intentionally. True courage is the willingness to continue when the outcome is unknown. And Musashi's final lesson is that the path is not outside you, it is inside you. Every step you take, every moment of stillness or focus, every challenge, every fear carried with calm is part of the duel you fight within. Victory is not over others, but over the parts of yourself that hesitate. Victory is becoming the person who walks their path without retreat, strong, calm, unshakable, a warrior of the inner world.